As you can tell, the topic of this video is what it takes to be famous. I can answer that question for you with one word: looks. Nowadays it is so unbelievably easy to become a musician. You don't need to be able to sing brilliantly. You need an average voice and a nice facial appearance. Nothing else really matters. You don't need to be able to write songs because you've got people to do that for you. You don't need to be able to play instruments because you've got people to do that for you. Things for artists nowadays are just so easily set up. You've got everything there on a silver platter. You don't need to do anything yourself. Artists now are so trained. They get vocal training, everything. Tell me all you want that One Direction are famous because of their talent, and I will argue with you until the end of the world. The only thing I need to say to you for me to explain that it's not because of their talent is that just imagine for me that you've got one of One Direction's songs, okay? Imagine that it's not them singing it. It's still the exact same song, but it's somebody else with their amount of talent. Let's say it's some middle-aged men who are ugly as sin. If you had those type of people singing One Direction songs, it wouldn't go anywhere. That is just downright proof that it's down to their looks. Sorry. This video isn't just about One Direction though, okay? I'm not just here to slate One Direction. Some people seem to think that I've just got it in. People like Simon Cowell, for example, sit there on his big throne of lies, and these people like One Direction come on the stage. He doesn't think they're so talented. He sits there, he looks at them, he thinks they've got an average voice, they're good looking, I'm gonna make a lot of money. Again, people like the Beatles lived in horrible conditions, had no money, starved for days to become famous. Not like One Direction, who live in these big fancy hotels, who get to stay in the X Factor house when they're becoming famous. It's all just set out for them. Also, Queen, the band, basically lived on nothing. They had no money when they first started out. It's not fair that people now don't have to work at all. You know, they didn't have any talent shows to go on. They didn't have the internet to make themselves famous. They started as teenage boys with nothing. Absolutely nothing, just 4 teenage boys from Liverpool, and they played gigs to become famous. You know, they worked hard. They didn't have to go on some shit talent show to become famous. I don't even understand why the X Factor is called a talent show, because it's not about talent at all. It's about two things. It's about money and looks. The reason for why I don't like One Direction is because it's not fair. Like, people like One Direction are famous for no reason. It's so easy for them to become famous. Just step aside and let some people with talent take over. It's not fair because some people work so hard, write all their songs with their own instruments, and they get no recognition. There is hardly anyone now who even works for fame. I just think that we should have some big revolution. People like One Direction, not just One Direction, a lot of other people in the chart, need to just step aside so then people with talent could come through, and then it can all be fair again, and I'll have nothing to complain about, which I'm sure One Direction fans will be happy about. The actual unfairness of it is unbelievable. I can't even believe it. Like, I just wish all One Direction fans, everybody, would come to terms with the fact that you are completely blind, and that's what you're doing. I got a few questions following my last video, and so I'm going to answer them now. That's a fair point, actually. It's nice that they're trying to credit The Who, but it's just the way they did it. Like, it's not the same, exactly the same. They changed the tune of it and everything. It's like they're trying to make it their own. You shouldn't do that, especially when it's such a legendary band like The Who. And if it was a different band who took the song, a talented band, then it wouldn't matter, but this One Direction we're talking about, so it's not acceptable. I am not insulting another type of music. Thank you very much. yes, you're right. One Direction didn't just steal Baba O'Reilly. The beginning of this song, Rock Me, is very clearly We Will Rock You. Also, their song What Makes You Beautiful, their first song, the beginning of that is also very clearly Summer Loving from Grease. They just seem to have this thing for stealing intros of songs. Why can't you come up with your own tune? And also, I think the video to What Makes You Beautiful was shot in the same location as a different video. I'm not exactly sure what band it was, but they did. I'm going to try and think of who it was and I'll put it in the description. Anyway, that was my video. I hope you enjoyed it again.